you're here. So for you, it is a different day. For me, it's the same day. I am pre-recording a little bit, and I just wanted to say that because my outfit sort of gives it away. My repeat outfit and my repeat earrings. Now, in the last video, I think I said maybe I'd whisper in this one, but I kind of feel on a roll with the soft-spoken. I feel like I actually have a volume that's okay, so I'm just gonna roll with it. And gosh knows I have lots of other whisper videos on my channel, so if you have not checked them out and you prefer a whisper, I totally understand. Definitely go check those out. So thank you for coming back. I'm so happy to see you again. So glad you're here. Okay, so today is, I said this already in the last video, but today is, it's very late May, and yet we've had some beautiful days. We really have. We've had some perfect days actually, but today is gloomy and rainy and cold. It is in the 50s, like midday 50s. So overnight, it's not freezing, and good thing because I planted all of my flowers and plants. Then I'd be really ticked off if something happened to them. It's not cheap, and it's a lot of labor too. Do you have a garden? Do you do that? Tell me about that. Do you like to plant stuff? Do you worry about your plants and flowers like I do and feel guilty if something happens? Anyway, so I like the rain for the gardening reason, but it is I'm looking out a window. It is an unseasonably chilly, rainy day. So anyway, that's the explanation. I am not looking very springy or summery. I'm looking a little bit gloomy, but that is unfortunately just me matching the environment. Okay, so today, despite the outfit, I wanted to do a spring-summer video for you. Now, I am going to show you some decorations. These decorations are, they're sort of spring-summer decorations. They are kind of red, white, and blue if you're in America. They're sort of patriotic because we have Memorial Day, we have 4th of July in mid-July, well, beginning of July on the 4th, go figure. And then we have Labor Day in early September. So we have those sort of 3 red, white, and blue-esque holidays, kind of like bookending the summer, but 4th of July is obviously in the middle. So I have some summer decorations here that have that red, white, and blue vibe to them. But I also have a few that don't. I have a few that are kind of more general, like nature-y stuff, so I'm just going to show them to you. I will start with the red, white, and blue stuff. So I hope you're doing something amazing this spring, summer. Do you have any plans? The beach, vacation? I would love to hear about it in the comments. Okay, now ironically, this was made in China. This was something that I got from a family member. They said, I don't want this anymore. I love her style. She has such a beautiful home. It's so cozy, and she's like, I don't put this up anymore. Do you want it? It was like one of a few things. And I was like, absolutely. So it's sort of this like very country decoration. Old Glory. I have, and that's where I see made in China. I've never noticed that before. My nose is still itchy. It was itchy in the last video, and it still is. And my stomach is growling. I think it may have growled at the beginning of the video as well. So my apologies. I'm not even that hungry, so I don't know what my problem is. What's an ASMR video without a little honesty and a bodily function here or there, right? Okay, so this has a little wire hanger, And I like the little like twisties on the end, just something like a little extra spicy. And then there's to hold, okay, I see. So to hold, this kind of moves, but to stitch these three together, these three pieces, 1, 2, 3, there are like wires kind of stitched in, and then on the front they curl. It's kind of cute, and it matches the curls here. I think it's sort of unique. I don't know. Maybe that's not true. Maybe everyone watching has this in their house. But it's kind of just that like Pennsylvania country. And let's face it, look around. So I like it. It's cute. And really it reminds me of that family member who I adore and look up to. So yeah, so it's cute. And I hang it typically, my powder room has a little shelf behind the toilet that like high up behind the toilet that has little hooks on the bottom, just 2 little hooks. So I'll usually just hang this from one of those hooks. I think, did I do that last year? Yeah, I think I did. And it just kind of sits there, and the hooks, I mean the shelves have like, you know, like a candle, and I have some very like rusticy country galvanized silver stuff in there. So it's just like, you know, it's got that, it's one of the rooms in the house that has that like millennial like farmhouse country feel. It's okay. Not every room is like that, but I do like that. Basic as I am. Okay. Now on that note, same family member, same style of decoration, same hand-me-down, and same made in China sticker that I'm just noticing right now. Again, ironic. This one's cute. I hang this on the wall above our bar cart in our dining room. And it says liberty and justice for all. If you live in America, you know. If you know, you know, as the kids say. Liberty and justice for all. I can't tell you the last time I said the Pledge of Allegiance, but I remember it, I think. I like the little crisscross stars. Now the wire on this one is kind of like a bronzy brown, and this, I mean the stars too, they're made out of the same thing. And what I like about this one is these stars are all metal. The star, you can hear it's metal. Honestly, these decorations are pretty darn cute. They're kind of well made, if I'm being honest. I don't know where they came from, but they're very like Gettysburg. I don't live in Gettysburg, but I am within driving distance. Okay. So, also on the bar cart, I hang these. Now I'm hoping this doesn't make a terribly loud noise. No, not really. They're just tangled enough that they're not really making much noise. They are lights, and they are the same sort of muted red, white, and blue, or red, white, and ivory, I guess, now that I look at them. That's more white. That's still ivory. But these are just plug-in. They are really cute. I don't remember where they came from, but I hang them off of the bar cart, like kind of draped over the front of it. And I really like them. I've had them for years. I can't remember if someone gave them to me. I can't remember if I bought them, but I feel like they were one of those things that stayed in their box for a really long time, like for years, because I just didn't have a good place for them, but I knew I wanted them. And then when we bought this house and I realized that I could do a lot with the bar cart, I ended up, I think, unboxing them. I think that's how it went. So yeah, these just get like draped around the front, and there's a plug off to the side of the cart that I can sort of like surreptitiously, you know, plug these into. Okay, so that's that. this goes on the wall. That's the bar cart's in a corner. It's like the side of it is up to a corner, kind of like that would be up to that if that were the corner, right? So on that wall, I would hang the, you know, if that were the same layout, which it kind of is, I would hang the hat with the Justice for All, and then over above, like 1, 2, 3, I would hang, is that what I do? Let me think. No, I fibbed. Okay, it's kind of what I do. There's only 2 hooks above the bar cart on this side, so I do the red and blue stars on those 2. Like that, sort of above it. These are actually great. These are from like Giant food stores or something, or CVS, or they were from like a very basic place that you wouldn't think. You know, and they're cheap. That stuff like that's always cheap. It's like a $2 item, and you're like, oh my god, I found that at CVS or Giant, or you know, happens all the time if you look. You just have to know when to look. And then this one, the white one or ivory one, same sort of ivory theme with this white. This one I like prop up on the bar cart with, I don't remember what I prop it against. I guess I'll find out when I start working on it. But yeah, so they sort of add a little spice. And then finally, in either on the bar cart or in the living room next to the TV, I have options. But next to our TV next to our TV stand, like our console, on the floor, there is a big vase that I have some like fake stems in. And okay, I put these things too far away from me, so excuse me while I lean forward awkwardly. Okay, there it is. Okay, so I put these things, which I found years ago at, I think, Walmart. I sort of like arrange these in some kind of a way. I think last year I put it in that vase near the TV, but I could do it on the bar cart or next to the bar cart as well. I can't remember for sure what I did. We're gonna find out when I start playing around with it and get frustrated because I can't figure out what to do. A glass of wine helps that. Okay. But I think these were Walmart, so dirt cheap, and that same like muted red, white, and ivory. This even has some of that red. I thought it was great. You could put these among like other greens, or you could just kind of, you know, if you have like a smaller vase, you could just sort of leave it like that, and it's like, in my opinion, it's like a hint of red, white, and blue without going over the top, you know? Notice nothing here is bright red or bright blue, because I think you know that about me at this point. I can't stand, like at Christmas, like bright reds. I do like burgundies. I don't know what it is. I like bright colors. They make me, I don't know. I can't do it. Okay. Final touch. This will probably go on the front door, or maybe on like the closet door in the foyer. Same exact red, white, and ivory. Actually, this is a little more white, but it's a star, and it's sort of like a Blair Witch looking stick star. And happy 4th. And I usually, I think, hang it by these longer ones up here, and it just hangs like a wreath. It is a wreath, really, and I like it, and I think it was also from that family member. Yeah, because I don't think I didn't buy this. I don't think I would buy this. Not that I don't like it or anything. I do very much, but if I'm being honest, though, it looks better in person than it does on this video. the white or like these curlies are way more noticeable on the video than they are in person. In person, it's more muted. Yeah, on the video, it looks kind of weird. I promise it's more attractive in person. I don't know if I can like, see how it looks a little less like, I don't know what the word is. Okay, so that's that. So that's my little Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, summer, American summer, for better or worse. Okay, so, what else am I going to show you? Just this, okay, here's a palette cleanser. Little margarita napkins. Mostly these are here because I'm going to put them maybe on the bar cart or maybe just in the kitchen or even in just the kitchen drawer to use in the summer. If we have company and have like little cocktail napkins be necessary. But they're cute. I think they were a gift, and it looks like I used a few last year because they're not in the plastic anymore, and I put them with the summer stuff, so I must have thought to myself, you can use these again next year now that you've dipped into them. So they're cute. All right, that was a palette cleanser. Now this goes under the TV on that like console shelf thing that I was describing. Welcome home. It's just basic decoration. It's kind of a space filler. I think it came from like Michael's for a few dollars or something. I just sort of needed something this shape and size under the TV, sort of just neutral. I don't like to keep like really, well, bright stuff in general, which I've already said, but I don't really like to keep bright stuff under the TV because I feel like the TV is always so bright colors, and I kind of like to leave that space as neutral as possible. So yeah, okay, this is really just like I don't even remember where I put this, if I'm being totally honest. Welcome home. Another welcome home. I want to say maybe I sometimes don't use this. Another like few dollar item. No, a little more than that probably. I'm wondering if this could even like go on our porch or something. It's kind of like a little easel. And it starts the little bee theme that I'm going to show you. It's not too much of a bee theme because I like bees, but I don't really have a thing about bees. I just so happened to really like a few things with bees on them for the summer. So I do garden though, and I do have a lot of bees in the yard, so it's fitting. Anyway, so that's the little bees. So the other matching bee thing goes in the middle of the mantle. Home sweet home. Not welcome home, home sweet home. In case you were wondering like what kind of home you were being welcomed to, it's a sweet one. At least this isn't huge. I do like the little honeycomb design. We're having people over this weekend, a couple friends to visit on Saturday, so I really want to get this stuff up because I still have like some bunnies and eggs. Embarrassing, because it's May, but and Easter was like late April. At least Easter was like not March or something. But usually I move a little faster than that. So I told you before, I think in another video, I did take the Easter stuff down, like specific, like Happy Easter, but I still have like spring flowers and eggs available here, like farmer's market type decorations up. So hence why I thought to myself, you know, when I make this video, I'm not going to put the stuff away, I'm just going to put it up. So I'll do that maybe tomorrow, maybe not tonight, but tomorrow. I did a lot of other chores today. Okay, finally, one more thing. The queen of the decorations. The bee, the queen bee. Now, this, every single year, I struggle because I don't really know where to put it. I just really thought it was cute with all the other stuff. And one thing I'm missing here is, I'm realizing now that I see like the brighter yellow, I have these little galvanized silver like wall hanging pots, and I have like pale yellow and pale green foliage hanging out of them. And I put those usually, like if I put this on the bar card, which I'm not yet because I have the Memorial Day stuff, so I gotta figure that out. I think I have a little too many options for the bar cart. So this is like the really after 4th of July. I'll probably put this up. I may hold off until then, and maybe Labor Day can just be bees and it doesn't have to be red, white, and blue, because I usually like lean this. I think I've done this. I lean this on the bar cart, and then I have like the galvanized silver pots above where I would put like the blue and red stars that I showed you with like the pale yellow foliage hanging out. It looked, I don't know if I did it last summer. I may have just skipped this, or I had it somewhere else that's not available now for some reason. Maybe that. I think I may have kept the red, white, and blue up because I have this somewhere else that like needed something because we hadn't finished something yet, or I can't remember. Who knows? The summer decorations were probably my last thing to purchase when we bought the house, so like a few years in, right? So they're less practiced than like the fall and Christmas stuff. But it's cute. I like it. You know where I think I had this? I think I actually had it in our fireplace, as weird as that sounds, because, long story, and I'm not going to get into it because I don't think it's very relaxing. It's not going to make me relax. Our chimney had a problem, like a problem that nobody could solve. There was basically water, like we could hear water hitting the top of the firebox, like ting, 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 when it would rain. And it took 5 contractors and still no one could figure it out, which is just like fishy and odd to me. Like we searched based on reviews, based on personal recommendations. Some were great, some were not so great, but regardless, nobody could figure it out. I was like, I'm gonna figure it out because like this is driving me insane. My husband too. It was a whole thing. So finally, like we figured out why it was happening, we think, and one of the like attempted repairs that the first guy did ended up like potentially being the reason it was still happening and happening like a little worse. It was a whole thing. So thank God for, thank God for like free estimates and that, but I mean, oh my God. So anyway, we capped it. We can't burn a fire anymore. We capped the damn thing. And so there's just like a flat, nothing gets in cap on it, and it looks good. It's like painted like the rest of our house, and it's nice. But anyway, so we can't have a fire in there anymore. So I have this beautiful little fake, it looks like logs, but it has like holes for tea lights. It's adorable. It's prettier than a fire. It's beautiful. I got it from, I don't know, Hearth and Home, or I forget what it was, but absolutely adorable. It almost looks better in the room than a fire. I think it really does. But before I bought that, I didn't know what to put on the rack in the fireplace that holds the wood, or used to hold the wood. So I set this in the summer back there, like on the rack, and it was just like behind the screen, kind of like muted, and then the big like welcome home sweet home was up above it on the mantle. And honestly, I made like a big like summery bee arrangement out of it, and it was cute. I mean, it really was, I think. But yeah, the chimney nightmare ended. We were like, just cap it, and if we want to put a gas fireplace in someday, we will. Like, it's not worth it's beyond not worth. So it was a whole thing. So homeowner has its amazing qualities, and it also has its nightmares, which I think a lot of you probably know if you own a home. Renting has its nightmares too, though, so I've been there. So, all right, that's it. That was just a fun little casual, let's look at summer stuff. And it's been a long day, so I am gonna go, and not a bad day, just a long day. So I am gonna go and have some dinner, and maybe my husband and I will have a cocktail, and we'll watch TV and just let it rain and water our plants. All right, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful week. I will see you soon. Let me know how you are. Thank you for being here, and like and subscribe if you are new here. I would love to have you. I always respond to comments. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate them and how much I appreciate that you're spending your time here with me. I mean that. I really could never have asked for this. This is awesome. I love that you guys are here, and I love that you guys watch. All right, thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Happy summer, and here's to better weather soon.